What up, everyone? It's your boy Floz from G. We're back reading more Reddit stories. And because it just passed yesterday, I believe, from when this is coming out, we are going to be reading Am I the Asshole? Mother's Day stories. This should have a lot of interesting shit, especially with mother-in-laws. Me, personally, I treated my mother well during it. These other people? I don't know, so let's find out. This first one is, am I the asshole for telling my husband we will not be hosting for Mother's Day because of his mom? There's no verdict, so I'm going to have to read it, and I don't like that it's just one giant paragraph. My husband, 28M, and I, 27F, have been together for about 8 years, and since the beginning, my and mother-in-law's relationship, of course, has been rocky. That being said, I get along with his family very well and share my husband's love of hosting parties and gatherings. Recently, there's been a bit of drama in the family due to one of his sisters isolating herself and playing victim, stating no one makes an effort to reach out to her. Oh boy. Yeah, one of those to deal with. A couple of months ago, for Mill's birthday, my husband had sent out a text to the family chat to invite everyone over. All celebrations and holidays are a potluck in one of the 5 siblings' houses, with the host of the family doing the majority of work. Despite sister-in-law being in the chat, she complained to Mill that my husband didn't have the decency to invite her. She said she would feel like an intruder if she showed up. Mill called my husband to say he should call his sister to apologize for excluding her and invite her formally. My husband simply said she's in the chat and no one else received anything formal, and she was welcome like everyone else. The day came, and I of course did the bulk of the work. Well, Mill never showed up. She told another Sil that she would be sharing a meal with someone who blatantly excluded one of their children. Oh, God. I mean, to a point, I can understand the thought of being excluded, not excluded exactly, the thought of not wanting to intrude. Because normally I would not want to attend something unless I was like asked to attend. Even if it's like quote unquote implied, I think I would still like ask if they wanted me to go or some shit like that. So I can very slightly understand where Syl is coming from, but at the same time, Mel's just being a bitch. We all chose to have a great time and cut her cake ourselves and treated it like a family gathering instead of a birthday celebration. When everyone left, my husband apologized for Mill's absence and thanked me for everything I did. I honestly felt so heartbroken because why would Mill not think about the effort that was made? I calmly told my husband we would no longer be celebrating his mom at our house. He said he understood. Today he asked if we should invite everyone over for Mother's Day. I immediately said no. Sil is still behaving the same. Mill never apologized for what she did, and I refuse to have a redo. As you should. Stand your ground, queen! That felt gay. It was a few months ago, but the way he asked so nonchalantly triggered something in me. I reminded him we would no longer be celebrating his mom in our house. He said this wasn't his mom's birthday. I clarified that anything to do with celebrating his mom is now off the table. Going out to dinner or taking something store-bought to one of his sister's houses for a future birthday of hers is fine. But I will no longer spend hours of my day for her. He asked me for how long. I said it would be a permanent thing. He asked if I had forgiven her, and I said yes, but those were my new boundaries. He said that's not how it works, and accused me of harboring resentment from years ago to make this a bigger problem. We ended the conversation with him agreeing we would not be hosting for Mother's Day, but he said he felt I was being petty. I might be, but the more I think about it, the more I feel like I'm not wrong for this boundary. So, am I the asshole? I'm gonna say you're not. Mother-in-law took the action to not join y'all because you excluded sister-in-law. Oh, fucking barf. You celebrate whoever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want, however the fuck you want. Especially when it's in your own goddamn house. So, my overall verdict, not the asshole. Alright, this next one we have is called Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Spend Mother's Day with My Ex and His Wife, Celebrating Her So Our Kids Will? Oh, shit. This one sounds juicy. My ex-husband and I share custody of our 17-year-old daughter and 15-year-old son. We divorced 12 years ago and co-parented with difficulty ever since. My ex is remarried, and there were tensions between the three of us for the majority of that time. My ex's wife came in with huge expectations of what she should be to the kids and how involved I would be, and none of it was realistic. Yep, that's how it usually fucking goes. Oh, and there are bullet points, which I'm assuming are the expectations. Let's get into this. Bullet point number 1. She thought I would agree to giving my ex primary custody and I would be a 1 weekend a month mom. When that wasn't what happened, she expected everything mom-related to be split equally between us. So alternating Mother's Day, taking turns doing the Mother's Day events at school or activities, and even changing who was listed as their mom on certain forms. She really believed that was something I would do and something that would cause zero problems with schools and doctors. Bitch! She's a bitch! Bullet point number 2. She expected the kids to call her mom as soon as her wedding ring was on her finger, and she believed I would encourage, meaning force them to call her mom. This was long-standing expectation and never got met. Not one time. Bitch! Bullet point number 3. She expected to have the same legal authority as my ex and I had, and that she would get to make certain decisions for the kids without my ex's or my input. Those being where they went to school, what doctors they saw, and what summer camps they'd go to and for how long. She also expected to decide a religion for them. Bitch! Especially the religion part. 4th and final bullet point. She wanted to change their last name to a hyphenated name with hers and mine and ex's. She fully expected this to happen too. There was more than a year of her throwing a tantrum because I shut the idea down. As you fucking should. What a bitch. But now we're getting into bigger parts of the story. Let's go. Alright. My ex's wife comes from money, okay, and is used to having things her own way, yep. So not getting her expectations met made her increasingly bitter towards me. She alienated my kids by being too pushy, controlling, and trying to change their lives to fit what she believes they should be. Case in point, she tried to fight to get them into private school and pressure them to ask me. She wanted my daughter to be in cheer and music classes up to 6 times a week, and she wanted my son in football and boxing 6 times a week. My kids weren't interested in those activities, and she brought them along multiple times and tried to make them take part. She told them that's what boys and girls did. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, I want to say so many other and worse words, but I'm not going to. She insulted the parents of my son's best friend and then attempted to stop all contact between the two kids. She hated me for refusing to back her up. The kids hated her for all of this, while she was thinking of them as her kids. They were wishing their dad would divorce her, and I know they asked at least twice for him to do just that. When his wife learned, she blamed me. The kids are godsends. The kids are great. They are great. You are great. Your husband, I don't have enough information. The new wife, bitch. The kids make a point of spending as little time as possible with her. They do not appreciate her, and that bothers my ex and his wife. He and I have discussed it, but he told me they should and that I was bitter for not making them appreciate her. He said she made their lives better no matter what the kids think or say. Okay. Husband is pussy whipped. Husband is absolutely pussy whipped. My ex and his wife did not have a child together until last year, and this coming Mother's Day is her first one as a mom, an actual mom. The day has always been a sore topic for her because the kids are with me, and she probably means, and she doesn't have anyone but my ex treating her like a mom. Now she officially is one, and she believed that would mean my kids would be there for Mother's Day going forward, but they set the record straight, as did I when asked about it. Now my ex has come up with this insane idea that I should spend the day celebrating his wife and join in their Mother's Day celebrations. He said she's worth celebrating. It's her first time having her own child on Mother's Day, and her kids should be there, but won't if I'm not. I can understand celebrating her becoming a new mother, but not understanding celebrating that she's the mom of all three, which she's not, and she doesn't seem to understand. I shut his idea down hard and told him I would not spend the day with his wife. He tried to turn it into a fight, but I walked away from him and have not answered his calls since. He has sent a few texts telling me I need to reconsider, but I ignored those as well. And then he sent his sister after me. She told me it was so petty of me to not even consider meeting in the middle somewhere, and then she stated I was rude about everything. She said I was the reason the kids didn't like their stepmother and a half-sibling now. I needed to figure it out. I walked away from her as well, but more texts from my ex followed. The only thing giving me pause is the fact that ex's family doesn't like the new wife. So the fact that ex's sister and what she did is making me question a tiny bit if I'm the asshole. Wait, hold on. I need to read that last part again to myself. The only thing that gives me pause is the fact that my ex's family doesn't like the new wife. Even ex's family doesn't like the new bitch of a wife. Damn, you are not the asshole. Your kids are great. You are great. Your ex is pussy whipped out of his mind. The stepmom is a bitch, and I can't blame the half sibling because just an infant. But overall verdict, not the asshole at all. Alright, I think we can do one more. Here's a quick little one. Am I the asshole for not agreeing to split the bill for a Mother's Day dinner? I'm gonna say it depends. There are definitely a lot of factors that come into it, but I'm gonna go ahead and start reading. What do we got here? My mother texted the oldest sister and I that we will be going to a restaurant on Friday, yesterday. I agreed and made sure to free up my evening. Come Friday, we were 11 persons, two families at the table, including my grandma, aunt, uncle, and cousins. Near the end of the dinner, my sister stood up and went away somewhere. She came back. She had a receipt in her hand, so my mom asked if that's the bill she was holding. My sister announced that she went to pay and that me and her were treating the table for Mother's Day. I was shocked because we never discussed that. She handed me the bill and asked me to e-transfer her half of the total. $350 divided by 2, $175. Oh, bitch. You were. It was never brought to your attention. This was never the plan. Bitch of a sister. Mom is not. So far, Mom's not an asshole. So far, you were not an asshole. Back in our place, I told my sister that I couldn't afford that with all the bills, and that I didn't agree to split the bill beforehand. She then proceeded to say that I'm ungrateful to our mom, and that as the older children in the group, we need to foot the bill. Oh, bitch. I would love nothing more than to take a baseball bat to your face. For more context, since the end of last year, I no longer live with my parents. I am in my 20s and currently live with my oldest sister, mainly because she wanted to move out and couldn't afford paying the mortgage/bills by herself. So my parents made me move out with her. At the time, I didn't realize how expensive that will be. My sister has a now 6-figure job, and I have a way lower income, and basically living paycheck to paycheck. That is no excuse for me not to pay, but want to point out our financial realities. I haven't paid her yet, but am I the asshole for not wanting to split the bill? No, you're not. This was never discussed beforehand. You were not asked about this at all. It was never brought up to you. Your sister just did it behind your back, thinking you'll just go along because everyone was watching. Sister is a bitch. You are not an asshole. Mother is not an asshole. I don't see any complaints from Mom at all. I think you're perfectly fine. So just to sum everything up, are you the asshole for telling your husband you will not be hosting Mother's Day because of his mom? No, you are not. Are you the asshole for refusing to spend Mother's Day with your ex and his wife celebrating her so our kids will? No, you are not. And are you the asshole for not agreeing to split the bill for Mother's Day dinner? No, you are not. That was also very gay. Point being, I don't think anybody was the asshole here. If you feel differently, please let me know. But until then, I've been Floz MG. This has been Mother's Day. Am I the Asshole Stories? And I can't wait to see you all in the next video.